Hi everybody, it is time for another driving, bad lighting, crappy video. Hooray! It is Rev Day 3, otherwise known as Sunday, and we are driving on our way home after a fabulous day of watching movies. We saw 4 movies today, and I feel like I'm going to be repeating myself with the same things over and over again every day that I do one of these videos, because all of the movies are awesome. And so therefore I will be saying the same things like awesome, amazing, beautiful, wonderful, insert other positive words here, about every movie. But let's do this anyway. So the first movie we saw today was called Way of the Morris, which is a strange title and kind of a strange movie. It was a documentary about Morris dancing. Now I've got to tell you, didn't really know what Morris dancing was. It's not really something I'm familiar with. But the documentary was awesome. So Morris dancing is when men dress up in white clothes and put bells on their ankles and hats with flowers, and they dance around and beat their sticks. It's all very phallic and sexual. But don't tell them I said that. So that was a little bit about the history of Morris dancing, and in particular the history in one specific English village, which I now want to visit because it sounds awesome. So yeah, that was Way of the Morris, which is showing again, and I don't have my book out, so I can't tell you when it's showing, but I know it is showing again, so I will either write it down there under my YouTube video or my blog post, depending where you're viewing this, or you can look it up for yourself. revelationfilmfest.org. The second movie we saw was the George Méliès film. Méliès, depends who you ask. Jack Sargent, the program director, says it one way, and Richard Sawada, the program founder, says it a different way. And those are two guys who I generally believe know what they're talking about, and yet they can't agree. So we're going to go with George Méliès, because that's how I like to say it. Live performance and showing of 7 of his short films. That was pretty fantastic. He was on some wicked drugs. Possibly he may have discovered LSD before Albert Hoffman, because that is some weird shit. But really good weird shit. And the live performances from the musicians were outstanding. I got a chance to chat with Philip, the guy who composed all the music. I could listen to him talk forever. Very interesting man. So there were 2 performances of that today, and if you missed them, then sucked in you can't see it anymore. But you should check out the silent films of George Méliès, because they're pretty fucking awesome. Then we saw Bad Brains, a band in DC. I didn't know who Bad Brains were, never heard of them, no idea that they were a thing even, so I know even less about them than Cambodia. Amazing documentary showing where they came from, and the influence they had on the music scene, not just punk music, because that's what they were predominantly into, so not just punk music but music in general. The documentary had interviews from Henry Rollins, Dave Grohl from the Foo Fighters and Nirvana, Anthony Kiedis from the Red Hot Chili Peppers, the Beastie Boys, a whole bunch of other people who basically proclaim that the Bad Brains influenced and sort of inspired them in various ways, which to me is amazing, being that I've never heard of them. So there was some talk that everyone who's into punk music should go and see it, but as far as I'm concerned, everyone who's into any kind of music should go and see it, because it was outstanding. And the one guy, he must have syphilis, because I think he has holes in his brain, because he's hilarious, and a little bit crazy. Oh, and Michael Franti was in it, which is amazing, because I love Michael Franti, because one time he kissed me on the cheek and told me, when I was pregnant, to good luck, Earth Mother, on having a baby, and I think that's an awesome story, and that's why I just told it to you, because I'm showing off a little bit. But anyway, Michael Franti kissed me right there. So yeah, Bad Brains, about in DC, is on next Sunday, I'm pretty sure. So you should get along and see that, because it was wicked. And if you like music, which everyone in the world should like music, you should see it. And then we saw A Whisperer in Darkness, which is a H.P. Lovecraft story adaptation from the H.P. Lovecraft Society, which there is apparently such a thing. And it is filmed in Wonderscope. I think that's what they called it. Is that right, HSB?
Yes.
He said yes, but he's just saying that so that I will keep talking and not keep asking him questions. I'm pretty sure it was Wonderscope, which is this very kind of 1930s, 40s, old... Whoa, we're going around a corner! Old style movie, filming black and white, that very kind of, I don't know, Humphrey Bogart kind of thing going on. I loved it because I love old films. And there was this very suave gentleman talking very suavely about suave things and smoking cigarettes and drinking whiskey and stuff. There wasn't really a lot of women in the film. I don't know what that's about. I don't know if H.P. Lovecraft was a woman hater. Maybe he was, I don't know. I don't know much about him except that he wrote cool stories. We seem to be learning that I don't know a lot about a lot of things this week. So possibly I need to learn some more stuff. But the story was very good. There was crab, fly, alien things. I don't feel like I'm giving it away because the story's been around for a really long time. So it's kind of like telling you that the Titanic sinks at the end. Not a surprise. Also, Romeo and Juliet, they die. So yeah, there's these crab flying alien thingies that want to take over the world, as alien thingy crab monster things usually do. So the general response to that movie seems to be, I'm still processing it, which I think I probably am too. I really loved the style of the film though. So I would also recommend you get along to that. So basically, every film I've seen so far, I would recommend you get along to. Possibly I am a little bit biased and just love all of the movies all of the time and think all of the people should see them, which is probably accurate. And we're now on a really dark road, which makes the lighting really shit because there are no external lights outside the car and just the one that I'm using that is my phone. So I'm going to say goodbye now because I haven't actually looked at my program to tell you what you should see tomorrow. But as I've already said, I already think you should see all the films anyway. So whatever's on tomorrow, I'm pretty sure you should see it. And I will talk to you tomorrow and catch you up on our next day of Rev. Sweet dreams, everybody. Bye.